I've been saying for a long time that I would make this video when the Ice Decathlon came out with stage 10, and it's been out now for about a week. I think it's almost over. There's only like a day left of the Ice Decathlon, but I'm not going to be actually doing the Ice Decathlon. I'm just going to be talking about it because I have some strong feelings about it since they've been changing it. You know, I've been playing the Decathlon since it was in test realm, since it just came out on live, and I made a video for every single Decathlon up to stage 4. But now that I've seen what is beyond stage 4 all the way up to stage 10, because I did do that on the test run for this Decathlon, and I got to stage 10. I didn't complete stage 10 because I didn't have the resources to craft the decks that would help you get through that, but I still got to experience what it's like, and I'm finally going to give my opinions of that, because I didn't want to talk about it on test run because things could have changed. But from what I've seen, I don't think much has changed from test run. So the Ice Decathlon is here. It is 10 stages, and they have, you know, basically the same rewards that they've always had for it. The Ice class pet is the best one, like the top reward you can get for, you know, 450 points. But what they've changed is how the credits work. So I can go and actually grab the credits on this character. I'm not going to use them, but you can grab them and you can actually stack the credits too. So you can use them on a different day when you receive them. But yeah, you have to go here. You have to click claim credits. And I have 3. What this means is I only have 3 credits to use for the entire day. And after that, I can no longer go inside the Decathlon because I'm out of credits. So I can only make 3 runs of the Ice Decathlon right now. And you get as far as you can. If you only get to stage 4 and then you lose and you're out of credits, you have to wait till tomorrow to do it again. That is what their new plan is for keeping people from getting a bunch of points on the leaderboard. Yes, they brought back the leaderboard. I don't know why. It's like they need to have a leaderboard for this event for some reason. But we've got people with 2,700 points at the top here. And, you know, the number 10 is about 900. So this is the, this is the range of the top 10. Yes, it's not as many points as people got in the other Decathlon with the leaderboard, like the Death Decathlon and the first Ice Decathlon, but it's still taking people a lot of time to get that many points. Maybe not 900 points, but to get 2,000 points probably is still a big time investment. So that's the main change that they made to the Decathlon, which makes me not want to do it, because I really don't want each credit to have to be pushed as far as I can to get as many points as possible. And actually, not even that. I don't really care about the leaderboard. Even when the Decathlon was out, when you could run it as many times as you had gold to buy credits, even then, I didn't care as much about the Decathlon leaderboard. I just wanted to farm it to get reagents. So what they've done by catering the Decathlon towards the leaderboard this hard is they're preventing people that just want to farm to get the reagents to craft the rewards. Because, I mean, the main rewards for this still are the Hands of Fate. And do I have the, yeah, I have these. Like, these should still be the main rewards that people are going for, right? I assume they are. I'm actually pretty close to crafting one of these. Where's the Thundering Hands of Fate? This is what I originally wanted to get, but I just kind of gave up. I was pretty close, but I don't know. I don't really know if I would actually use it on my storm, so I kind of stopped. And then, of course, there's the Ultimate Hands of Fate, which, I don't know. Is this really that worth it to put that much time to get all of these and then craft it? I don't know. But I assume that was like one of the main rewards. The other rewards are probably crafting the TCs that you might need, because the Decathlon is a good way of crafting certain TCs. And then other than that, I'm trying to think. I mean, I guess the rewards from the actual tiers of the events, like getting the Ice class pet, might be something that people are going for. You can get some other rewards. But other than that, I'm trying to imagine what the reason would be for people to go for this. Because now, what do you get if you get number 1 on the leaderboard? Does it show that? Final rewards. You get a trophy. And this is only for getting 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. All the ones below that, if you are number 4 to 10, you don't get anything anymore. So they've completely changed that. So for the numbers 1 through 3, they get a trophy. Yes, no one else is going to have this trophy, but I mean, I don't know. Is that really worth it? Is it worth the investment? I feel like it was worth it earlier when they had the ice class pets and all that as the rewards, but now I'm not so sure. So the rewards are less for doing the leaderboards now. And I'm sure the only people that are really working towards the leaderboards are people that know that they can get top 3. So these people are probably fighting it out. Maybe this person as well to get the 3rd spot. So one thing I really wanted to show you guys is what it requires to craft the top decks. Because there are now 10 total decks that you can craft in this. I only have decks 1 through 4 because where's the ice decathlon? Because I never, did further than that on live realm. I did it on test realm, and I think I crafted like deck 6 or 7 or something. But basically, to craft the high level decks, you have to have resources from previous decathlons. If you don't, there is absolutely no way for you to craft these because the recipes are insanely difficult. So the one that people are crafting that have done previous decathlons and have like a big pool of resources is deck number 9. Deck number 10 is so difficult to craft that I don't know. I think people will eventually craft it, but you have to craft it for each decathlon. So I don't even know how that's going to happen. But to craft deck number 9, you need a grand total of 1,300 fire runes. Do I have fire runes somewhere in here? Let me look, see how many I have. Because without those, I have 300. You need 1,300 total to craft deck number 9. You need 92 enhanced fire runes. Where are those? Right here. I actually almost have enough of these. Enhanced fire runes are easier to get, but the normal fire runes are a lot more difficult. This is like your main reagent that you're going to be struggling to get. And then you also need 8 superior fire runes, which those can be difficult, but I feel like if you do it enough, you'll get those because 8 is more reasonable than 1,300. And when we move to deck 10, I don't even think anyone can craft deck 10. It's going to be a long time before someone can craft this, unless they've done the decathlon so much in the past that they have just a big resource pool of fire runes. Maybe they can do it, but to craft deck 10, it's 2,100 fire runes, 158 enhanced fire runes, and 18 superior fire runes just for the deck. Yes, you have the deck and you can probably use that in other decathlons and everything, but is that even worth it? Is it worth putting that much resources and time into doing this? Also, the one thing that is making me not want to do the decathlon anymore is I used to farm it for runes in order to, get strengthening runes to craft the gauntlets, to get other runes to craft better decks and everything. But now you can't even farm as easily as you could in the past. Like they've reduced the amount of farming that you can do to, 3 credits per day, 3 runs per day, which means to get the most out of farming, you're going to want to do as much of the decathlon with each credit as possible. So in turn, you're going to be getting a lot of points on the leaderboard anyway. But if you want to farm just stage 10, you can only do that a maximum of 3 times per day. And that's just not fun for me. Unless the drops were like a guaranteed strengthening rune every time you beat stage 10, which is not. I know it's not. But if it was, then maybe that's a little bit more worth it. But at this rate, I don't know how people are going to get enough fire runes to craft these high level decks. I don't know. Because you can't really farm it as much as you could in the past. And it's just it really just sapped the fun out of it. One thing I do like about the new decathlons, though, is that you can fight your teacher at the top of the tower, and I think that's pretty cool. But getting there is such a difficult task that it makes me not want to do it at all. Because, there's a lot of RNG in it, and also you have to kind of rely on minions at that point. And what I think some people are doing for their strategy is just summoning a minion, and then kind of hoping that the minion will basically carry you through it. The minion has unlimited spells, right? So as long as you stay alive and you let your minion do everything, then you'll get through it. Or maybe your minion will just be enough of a support for you to get through every stage. Get through stage 9, stage 10, whatever. And that's not as fun for me anymore if you just rely on minions. If that's actually the strategy for doing the decathlon now, it's just whoever has more time. Because you summon the minion, you let the minion do everything. Yeah, you put in maybe some heals for you and maybe some hits if you get enough pips and everything. But, I don't know, is that as much fun as it used to be? I'm going to go with no. So I like the concept and the idea, but I just wish it wasn't what it is. I wish they didn't reincorporate the leaderboards, because there's really no reason at all for the leaderboards. Like, the only rewards for that are the trophies. So they've hindered everyone else just for the top 3 people that are going for those trophies. People should not be against other people in this type of event, and I don't know why they keep wanting to do that. It's a PvE event, and you don't need to go up against other people to see who can PvE the most, who can defeat the most monsters. I mean, that's always going to come down to whoever has the most time. And it's honestly more stressful of a decathlon now, because you have to rely on each credit, because each credit matters so much. Like, there's so much pressure on you when you go into the decathlon now. You need everything to be perfect. If it's not perfect, if you mess up somehow, if you put in the wrong TCs, if you put on the wrong pet and all of that, and you mess up, that's that credit down the drain. And I've also heard some people get a loading screen glitch, which has happened in the past decathlons. This is the same bug. And they lose that credit, because now you can't get that credit back. In the past, you could just spend 1,000 gold and get that credit back, and it's no big deal. But now people are losing out on that because of these glitches. So it's a bigger deal. And I don't know. I don't like that at all either. So I don't know what's going on with the decathlons, but for me personally, they've been ruined, and I'm not going to do it anymore. So this is going to be my last video on decathlons that I ever do, unless they change it to be a lot better than what it is. I've heard that stage 10, maybe some of the other stages drop spell elements, but I feel like it's a really rare drop. And even if you do get them, are you going to get enough to be able to, you know, enhance your Frost Beetle, or maybe even Snow Serpent if they drop that? I'm not sure if that's worth it, because I feel like there's going to be other ways to get these spell elements in the future. Like, what if there was a pack that dropped Frost Beetle or Snow Serpent, and you could just get it from that? I feel like that's easier. Or maybe they're going to add some other boss in the future that drops these, not the stage 10 decathlon boss. So I don't think that's worth it. Even if they do drop these, I think it's better to just wait, because yeah, there's some pretty cool enhancements that you can get for Snow Serpent. You can get this absorb, do more damage. For Frost Beetle, it's just a little bit more damage for the bottom row. This row is just more consistent damage, which is fine, but I don't know. I don't think that's worth it to farm the decathlon just to get those. I just feel like the communities worked so hard to get the decathlon to a point where they wanted it to be, where the class pet was in the individual progress reward bar, and you didn't have to worry about any other people and all of that, which was good. These were good changes. And then we removed the leaderboard because that was too much of a time commitment for everyone. And then they just decided to do stage 10 and bring it all back. I mean, yeah, it's not at the same level, but I don't know. I don't know why the leaderboards are necessary. Still don't. But that's it for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like on it. Don't expect any more decathlon videos, but expect more Wizard videos in the future. So if you want to see those, go ahead and subscribe. See when I post them. But other than that, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time.